Studies have shown that teens who spend more time on social media are more likely to report mental health issues such as depression and anxiety, issues that teens have been found to be increasingly suffering from.
Statistics show that there are 8.2 billion people in the world, and over 3.8 billion of them are active on social media. That's nearly half the world's population. It was not always like that though. The 2019 Pew Research Center's reports on social media use in the United States showed that 72% of American adults use some form of social media. In 2005, the year after Facebook went live, the number was 5%. Who remembers MySpace, which was launched in 2003, or Mixit, which was popularly used between 2005 and 2009? What about BlackBerry's BBM, which also became popular around the early 2011? Most of us might have fond memories when we take a trip down social memory lane. Though we can appreciate the convenience it brings us to be able to connect with our loved ones and long-lost friends, or what about the great opportunity it brings for many of us to grow our businesses, or even start online businesses and build a legacy in a way it was not possible when our parents were growing up? We also can't forget the horrible things that we saw happening because of the very tool we are talking about. From Black Twitter and other incidents where people were bullied using the medium. I'm talking about people being body shamed or their nudes being posted online out of spite, which resulted in a lot of people falling into depression or even taking their lives. Just what makes this tool so addictive to the point that when we wake up, the first thing that we go for is our phones to check if we have any WhatsApp messages or if someone reacted to that post we posted before going to sleep. Just what price are we willing to pay for those likes and followers? I want us to look at the topic that I believe is a burning issue for the longest time, which is the social media epidemic. It's this crazy phenomenon where the quest for followers can actually mess with our mental health. We're talking about the dangers of putting social media validation above our own well-being. Many of us feel this insane pressure to maintain a perfect online persona. I mean, posting the best selfies, curating the perfect aesthetics, and always being on. However, this constant need for approval can lead to some serious consequences. Anxiety, depression, and even a disconnection from real-life relationship can creep in when we prioritize our online presence over genuine human interactions. Plus, it can get exhausting trying to keep up with the endless scrolls of content. It's like a never-ending race where the finish line keeps moving further and further away. Most of us are not aware that social media has an unexpected impact on our brains. It triggers a dopamine cycle that's pretty similar to what you'd find with substance abuse. Simply put, every time we get a like or comment, our brains release dopamine, which is a feel-good chemical. It's like a mini high, but here's the catch. It's a short-lived boost, and soon enough, we find ourselves craving more to get that same rush. This leads to a comparison culture, where we're constantly looking at others' highlight reels and feel like we don't measure up. It's a slippery slope that can seriously impact our self-esteem. We start to believe that our worth is defined by how many followers or how many likes our posts get. And that's just plain toxic. Take a young man known as Christopher James Dowley. He was called CJ by his friends and family. He was only 14 years old when he signed up for Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Like many teenagers, he documented his life through those platforms. CJ worked as a busboy at Texas Roadhouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He loved playing golf, watching Doctor Who, and was highly sought out by top-tier colleges. But throughout high school, he developed what his parents felt was an addiction to social media. By his senior year, he couldn't stop looking at his phone. He often stayed up until 3 a.m. on Instagram messaging with others, sometimes swapping nude photos. He became sleep deprived and obsessed with his body image. On January 4, 2015, something very disturbing happened that would change his family's life forever. While his family was taking down their Christmas tree and decorations, CJ retreated into his room. He sent a text message to his best friend saying Godspeed and posted an update to his Facebook page saying, "Who turned out the light?" CJ held a .22 caliber rifle in one hand, his smartphone on the other, and fatally shot himself. But he was only 17 years by that time. Police found a suicide note written on the envelope of a college acceptance letter. His parents said he had never showed outward signs of depression or suicidal ideation. When they found him, his phone was still in his hand with blood on it. He was so addicted to it that even the last moments of his life were about posting on social media, said his mother. His story is just one of many that illustrates the real-life consequences of this social media epidemic. It's a wake-up call for us. We see how the pursuit of social media fame can take a serious toll on our mental health. From the pressure to maintain an online image to the damaging effects of comparison culture, it's clear we need to prioritize our well-being over those fleeting likes. We need to remember our self-worth is not determined by our follower count. I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts about this topic? Have you ever felt the pressure to keep up with your online persona? Drop your comments below. And if you're interested in more tips on digital well-being or mental health, check out our other videos. Let's prioritize sanity over followers together. Thanks for watching.